If I could only play two games for life, my choice is easy. Cyberpunk 2077 and Baldur's Gate 3. Now that's all you need to know. If you could leave a like and that's all you need to know, we're done right here. But if you want to know why these are my favorite games, stick around. You see, while everybody grew up with a Super Nintendo, I had a Sega Genesis. And this game called Shadowrun. My god, I became completely obsessed with this game. I couldn't let it go. This game introduced me to the whole cyberpunk genre, and this is the game that is guilty for me being so in love with absolutely everything that has to do with cyberpunk. Back in the day, for me, this was peak. It was a story based game, kind of like a RPG, but it was free roam, and you had to accept the shadow runs. That's what they were called. And the way you play the game was a top down view, asymmetrical style game like this. And you freely travel through the world and you fight the enemies in real time. And that to me was like peak. That to me was amazing back then. You gotta understand, there weren't many games like this. I loved this world, bro. Then there's even better places you could go that are more futuristic and more clean, like the fancy area of the world where all the corporations are and the people who got money. Like, I fell in love with this world. You could hire mercenaries and take them with you to missions, bro. And they got a AI program where they actually protect you, and they're actually really good. And each mercenary specifies in something different. For example, this one specifies in cyber hacking. And this made me fall in love with this game so much. The fact that you could choose your skills and go into the cyberspace, bro. You go into cyberspace. Till this day, this is my favorite depiction of cyberspace. The way they depict it in this game, where you have to manually attack the enemies and go through the system to get the information you want, is peak, bro. Nothing's gonna change my mind. And even though I thought it would never be possible in my lifetime, bro, they actually did it. These crazy developers actually did it. They created the most epic cyberpunk game I have ever played in my life. Absolutely meeting every expectation I ever had of achieving my dream to find an amazing cyberpunk game. And this, when I first saw this, I was already in love with the trailers and the little hints they gave us before the game came out. But man, nothing is gonna defeat the game the day I put the game in. And I actually immerse myself into this amazing world that I've been waiting my whole life to actually play. Okay, nothing is gonna defeat this feeling for me. Now I played the heck out of this game. Since the game came out, I played the heck out of it. I have 263 missions completed. Okay, I have done absolutely everything in the game, bro. I only got the three quests out of the whole game that I haven't done, and it's only because they got added to the game. They kept adding stuff to the game. This is how much I love this game. I literally 100% did absolutely everything, bro. Something very unique to me, and only me, I'm sure, is that everybody who thinks about the world of cyberpunk and they know the name V, which is Vincent, anybody who ever thinks about Vincent, they probably got a picture of a completely different person, okay? Me, on the other hand, my Vincent, I try to do as much as possible to look like me, but that's impossible. But he came out like this, and he looks Mexican. I'm Hispanic, bro. he looks Mexican, and it makes sense with the story, bro, because in the story, he's part of the neighborhood where the Valentinos actually rule, and his best friend Jackie is a Valentino, bro, and it's a Mexican gang crew, bro. So my story, every time I look back and I think of V, of my character and my story, I always see a Mexican, and I love that because that fits with the story so well. Now, it is my absolute dream, and I've said this in many, 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 many videos. I've talked about Cyberpunk because I just love glazing this game. And the world of Cyberpunk, I absolutely love the fact of augmenting yourself. Why let machines take your job when you could make yourself better than machines, bro? Dude, literally augmenting your body to become superhuman. That is literally my dream. That is the one and most important reason why I love the world of Cyberpunk. This right here. Modifying yourself to be super. Modifying yourself beyond belief, bro. Well, I cannot express how much I love this world. I literally can't. I could talk about this game forever and ever and ever. When the game came out, it came out janky, bro. And actually right here, you can see it's kind of janky right now. Bro, but the thing about the world of Cyberpunk is a world where everything is cyber. Everything has been corrupted by corporations. Everything is dark and messed up. The jank, in my opinion, is part of the charm, bro. I've been playing this game since day one. I've been playing this game in my head since I first saw that it was gonna be released. Okay, I absolutely love everything about this game. The cars, the trash, the vending machines, bro. This is a vending machine that literally sells you 3D printed guns, bro. For $100, you use it once and you throw it away, bro. That's just all you need, the one-time use, bro. Like, dude, this game has so much. This is my fantasy world. This is my fantasy world, and I know it's a messed up thing to say because this is a pretty messed up world, okay? But I'm pretty sure a lot of you like a lot of even more messed up things. This is my jank. This is my dark fantasy world, guys. And I absolutely love it. Nothing is gonna change my mind of how much I absolutely love this game. And every single corner, nook, cranny, glitch, peak stories, side quests, absolutely everything. I'm just gonna scream from the top of the mountains forever how much I love this game. Forever. Forever. Until they make a part 2, and hopefully it's better than this one. But I highly, highly doubt that there's gonna be a better game than this. And this game, since I grew up loving this already, I feel like this game was made for me and people like me. On the other hand, in the world of magic, in the world of knights and armor and D&D style gaming, there was no game to ever surpass Final Fantasy Tactics for me, guys. This is the game that made me love the RPG genre, especially the tactics style games. My God, till this day, I have this game, by the way. Till this day, I love this game. I absolutely was obsessed with this game. I played it 1,000 times, and I might actually even play it right now because they released the new version of it, which is so good, bro. They even have voice acting now. So Final Fantasy Tactics for me is that game, bro. It had an amazing story. It was deep. It was dark. It had to do with politics. It had to do with kingdoms. This was literally Game of Thrones, the game, okay? And I'm never gonna get over the story. It was peak. The gameplay, to me, was the best gameplay ever. Not only you could choose characters you want in your team, and you could choose their classes, which gives them unique abilities, unique movement. The game for me is just the best RPG style game I ever played in my life. Now, clearly, there's one that defeated this in the modern day. But this is the reason why I like that old school knight in shining armor fantasy. I absolutely love it because of this game. This game till this day is it, bro. There's nothing, and I suggest that absolutely everybody experiences this game at least once in your life, because this game completely changed my view and my life as a kid. It made me take everything serious, and you can't beat that. Now, Baldur's Gate 3. Guys, I never played Baldur's Gate 1 or 2. I played 3, and that's all I ever needed. Just like The Witcher, I only played part 3. I never played 1 and 2. And that's absolutely all I needed. No game has impressed me. No RPG in the history of history has impressed me more than Baldur's Gate 3, guys. I absolutely love this game. When we're talking about strategy, RPG, make your own story, this is the most peak game to ever have been made, bro. Now, obviously, I made a whole playlist of me playing this game for the second time, which I played it for the second time with mods. But man, I cannot, like, this is another game that I cannot glaze enough because it's so peak. Just like Cyberpunk, I absolutely love everything about this game. I could talk about this game for days. I could literally be here forever. The fact that I played this game twice, okay? I played it the first time and then the second time. The normal run, and then I did the Dark Urge run. Okay, and this game is so, and I'm sure I'm gonna play it a third time in the future. Because I absolutely love the fact that every time you play it, you can completely change the story. Every time the game is completely catered to you. And if I know anything about great games, is that when you have the freedom of choice to make yourself, to make the game, to create your character, to make choices, to choose whatever weapon, power, freedom is peak. And when we're talking about games, freedom is everything. I hate linear stories. I'm not a big fan of linear stories. I'm not a big fan of pretend that you have a choice and then you really don't have a choice. I'm not a big fan of that. I like to make the game my game. I like to live I like breathing worlds with real problems and real people out there with real stories and a real world that looks lived in. I could go to absolutely any part of this game and there's details everywhere, and everything absolutely makes sense. Everything is awesome, and you never know what you're gonna run into. Facts. You never know what you're gonna run into. The game is so immersive, so interesting, so many options, so many secrets, so much to love that I'm just gonna leave it right there because I think this game needs to be experienced. It doesn't matter how much I say I love this game and everything about it. This is something that everybody should experience in their life, bro. Right here at the end, I want to show off my most played games right here. You can see it right there. That's how many hours I have in those games. And that's not even showing the PS5 version, which has separate hours, okay? But that's pretty much my taste, my style, and how I love games that give me freedom. I don't like developers to tell me how to play the game. I like games that let me do as I wish, how I wish, when I wish. Freedom is king for me. Cyberpunk and Baldur's Gate 3. are the two games that I choose to play for the rest of my life if I could only choose two games. And now, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being awesome. You could tell me your two games in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.
I'm almost there, flying but I don't care.